Go say hi to Stephanie, it's my girlfriend.
Hi, Stephanie.
Thank you so much.
You should leave him.
Hey everyone! Today we're diving into some of the darker moments from Blake Lively's past and present that you probably didn't know about. Get ready for a mix of sarcasm and biting commentary, because things aren't all sunshine and rainbows in Hollywood. Let's jump right in. So Blake was asked which movie made her laugh the hardest, and I bet you wouldn't have guessed it even if you tried 100 times. Her answer was Shawshank Redemption.
Movie you laughed the hardest through?
Shawshank Redemption.
Yes, that same brutal prison drama about a man who spends 20 years behind bars for a crime he did not commit, enduring the horrors of a corrupt and punishing prison system. The film isn't exactly a laugh fest. Seriously, Blake? If you found that hilarious, then your sense of humor is like a clown showing up at a funeral. Next, during the promotional tour for It Ends With Us, a film about domestic violence, a question was posed about how she'd handle being approached in public by someone deeply affected by the movie's themes. Rather than offering genuine empathy, her dismissive reaction underscores just how disconnected she seems from the gravity of the subject. No one's asking for her personal details. A little compassion would have gone a long way.
But for people who see this movie, who relate to the topics of this movie on a deeply personal level, they're really going to want to talk to you. This movie is going to affect people and they're going to want to tell you about their life. So if someone understands the themes of this movie, comes across you in public, and they want to really talk to you, what's the best way for them to be able to talk to you about this? How would you recommend they go about it?
Like asking for like my address or my phone number or like my location share. Or I could just location share you and then we could
As if that wasn't enough, Blake didn't just attend the premiere of the very same film about domestic violence, she saw it as an opportunity to promote her own brand. While the event was meant to shed light on a serious issue, Blake made sure to turn some of that spotlight onto herself and her business.
What an incredible summer you're having. I feel like you poured a lot into this movie, but then you turned around and you were just as supportive of Ryan. Yeah. What is it like to...
And my hair care company, Blake Brown, my goodness gracious. It's been crazy. It's been a crazy week. I haven't slept in like a lot of time.
Another reason people believe Blake Lively doesn't take things seriously is her privileged background. And honestly, I have to say, they might have a point. Growing up in a well-connected Hollywood family, Blake never really had to struggle the way many aspiring actors do. And time again, her carefree attitude and offhand remarks seem to reinforce the idea that she simply doesn't see things the way most people do.
I was involved in a lot of activities, so a lot of people knew who I was. At one point, parents lied and said that my parents had paid the show choir director to put me in the choir. Because I can't sing or dance to save my life.
But you were lead in that choir, huh?
I went in there, I was like, I'm so...
The fact that Blake was chosen for the school choir over other, more talented students is, at best, unfair. But the fact that she's actually proud of it, well, that's a whole different story. Remember that infamous interview where reporter Kirsty Flaw kindly congratulated her on her little bump? Instead of taking the comment gracefully, Blake snapped back with a dismissive, almost mocking gesture aimed squarely at Flaw's stomach. And it wasn't just any remark. The reporter wasn't even pregnant. She later confirmed that she actually can't have kids, so the comment hit her like a bullet. In fact, she later described the whole encounter as my nightmare interview. When a simple congratulatory remark turns into an awkward, body-shaming moment, you know you're stepping into controversial territory.
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
Did you guys love wearing those kind of clothes that you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, working in digital...
Everyone wants to talk about the clothes, but I wonder if they would ask the men about the clothes.
I would.
It's not just the women that have the clothes.
Blake responded with a subtle, sarcastic edge when asked about her film outfit. Yet, in another interview, she showed no hesitation in discussing the movie's wardrobe in detail.
I just really loved those patchwork like jeans that you have.
Magnolia Pearl.
Oh, yeah.
Those are my real life jeans.
Yeah, a lot of that is like your stuff.
The boots were mine.
I love those
there's these great Louboutins that are also a close-up on them when we're dancing in the bar. Those are mine. I have a few of my husband's shirts and socks randomly in the movie. I have some of Gigi Hadid's sweaters in the movie.
Now we know that Blake has no issue body-shaming others. But when it comes to her own figure, things suddenly get a lot more complicated. Take, for example, the curious case involving Justin Baldoni. While preparing for a scene where he had to lift her, he didn't even ask Blake directly. He asked her trainer about her weight to avoid worsening his back injury. Yet somehow, Blake took this as fat shaming. It certainly adds another layer to her controversial image.
The alleged fat shaming that Ryan Reynolds went off on him over was when he asked how much Blake weighs. And that it was like, how dare he, right? How dare. Turns out Justin Baldoni, this has been documented, has serious disc issues and was actually in the hospital for like 2 months after this film wrapped because of his disc issues and was worried because he had to pick her up in a scene.
Just when you thought Blake Lively's recent controversies couldn't get any worse, an old clip has resurfaced, and it's not a good look. In this unearthed footage from 2008, Blake made a shocking comment about her Gossip Girl co-stars, referring to them as monkeys in front of a live audience. And judging by their reactions, not everyone found it funny. Given the ongoing drama surrounding It Ends With Us and her rumored feud with the film's director, this resurfaced. Moment couldn't have come at a worse time. Let's take a look at the clip that's making waves again.
It was another promise was no pet monkey. Chuck has a matching pet monkey with coordinating outfits, and I was like, I would love to be part of the show, but I can't act with a monkey. And then I got a few of them.
She got a few of them.
Come on, it was a joke.
Another entry on this list of unhinged moments comes from a slow dance scene Blake filmed with her co-star. And what better way to bond than by joking about the size of someone's nose? Classic move, right? Of course, she wrapped it all up with the magical phrase, "just kidding," because nothing erases an awkward moment faster than those two words. If only all social missteps could be fixed that easily.
I feel so nosy.
I know.
Noses.
And my nose is so big.
Yes, I was hoping that we could address this. It's not too late. Just gotta shut down. We gotta call an insurance month and just deal with that.
Yeah.
And then,
Cut.
just kidding.
Another bizarre moment involves Blake's totally normal interaction with Jamie Heath, a producer on the set of It Ends With Us, and also the CEO of Wayfarer Studios, which was also an investor in the film. You'd think a business meeting would be routine, but not when Blake's around. Jamie was called to her trailer, where he found her breastfeeding, but not topless, just to be clear, while having makeup removed from her collarbone. When Jamie politely offered to come back later, Blake insisted they proceed with the meeting. Fast forward 2 weeks and things got weird. Blake confronted Jamie, claiming she saw him make eye contact with her. Yep, eye contact. Apparently that was enough to warrant an apology from Jamie, who was baffled but still apologized just in case. And Blake's response? I know you weren't trying to cop a look. Let's just take a moment to unpack that. First of all, making eye contact while communicating, it's kind of what humans do, right? But here's where it gets disturbing. Jamie is a black man, and Blake's comment carries some seriously unsettling historical undertones. During slavery, black men were executed for something as simple as exchanging glances with white women. And yet, Blake casually calls out a black producer for making eye contact, as if that's some kind of offense. Absurd doesn't even begin to cover it. Oh, and did we mention that Blake and Ryan Reynolds got married at a former slavery plantation? Boone Hall Plantation in South Carolina still has original slave cabins standing and a Black History exhibit highlighting its dark past. Historical records suggest that life expectancy for slaves working on plantations was shockingly low. Many didn't survive past their 30s due to brutal working conditions, disease, and violence. While it may look stunning in photos, calling it a dream wedding venue is more than a little tone deaf. It's truly something to see people celebrating with s'mores and lantern send-offs on land where countless lives ended in horror. Add Blake's comment to Jamie, and the pattern becomes harder to ignore. Sure, Ryan later called it a giant fucking mistake, but that's not exactly easy to erase. With all these bizarre moments piling up, it's hard not to wonder, what's next for Blake Lively? One thing's for sure, Hollywood never runs out of drama. But what do you think about these incidents? Leave a comment below and let us know your take. Alright, show's over. Hungry for more twists? You know where to find us. Keep that popcorn hot, we'll handle the drama. Want to catch the next showdown in real time? Hit subscribe and buckle up.